Hello, second grade. This week we are going to be finishing up measurement, and the last piece of this unit are word problems, both one-step and two-step word problems. We're going to learn a couple of strategies today that are going to make solving these word problems plus any other word problem a lot easier. So, I'll set myself down into the corner. All right, we're on page 122 in Math Book 2B. So if you want to pause the video and get out your math book, I'd like you to follow along with me. First problem deals with this girl, Jenny. And Jenny walked 32 feet. Then she turned right and walked 47 feet. So we got two pieces of information, and we're going to actually use a bar model for us to visualize and see it. And down here in A, you can see that they did that for you. So they took the first amount, 32, they made it small, and then 47, and they made that a little bit bigger because 47 is bigger than 32. And what we want to know is that question mark is, what is the total, the whole bar model? What is it worth? So it's an addition problem. 32 plus 47 equals 79. Jenny walked 79 feet in all. So that's the first part of the question. Part B deals with, in which direction did she walk farther? All right, so we know Jenny walked 32 feet, and then she walked 47. So we want to know, which direction did she walk farther? Think about it for a second. Because 47's more, that means that was the direction that she walked the furthest in, right? So the first direction or the second direction? It was the first direction, right? Oh, sorry, the second direction. 47 feet when she turned right. However, we want to know, how much farther did she walk compared to the first direction, which was 32 feet? So we know that she walked 47 feet, but we want to know how much further than the first direction that she actually walked. So we're going to use this first direction piece right here, and then this question mark is how much farther she walked in that direction when she turned right. So we have a big amount, and it looks like we're taking out a smaller amount, and that equals our missing number, which is 15 feet. She walked 15 feet farther in the second direction. All right, let's go into a problem that we can work on together. So we're on this page right now, page 123. I got my trusty pad of paper right here, and we'll be going through these questions together. So the question says, use bar models to help you. I'd really like everyone to be using these bar models just so that you can visualize and see these problems, okay? So looks like we have a couple of different places. We have Annie's house, a library, and a post office, along with directions on the ground, 100 feet and 87 feet. Annie walks from her house to the post office. To mail a package, on her way, she passes the library. How far does she walk in all? All right, let's think about it. So she's starting at her house, and she needs to get to the post office to deliver a letter. A package. On her way, she passes the library. So we know she passes that library. We want to know how many feet in all she has to walk. So we have this bar model right here. And let's make sure we're not writing in our books. So you can use your piece of paper right here, and we can recreate that bar model that they made for us. Remember, I'm not the best artist in the world, but I'll certainly try my hardest. All right, so we have a very similar bar model right here with feet and a question mark of feet down on the bottom that stretches the whole total length, right? So, along with an addition problem. So let's put that on here as well. So we know the first distance that she walked was 100 feet, right? 100. So that can be this length right here, 100 feet. And we know that the second length is another 87 feet to get to the post office, so we can add 87 to it. All right, now we know that first distance is 100, the second distance is 87. We have an addition problem. So go ahead and add it. You're right, it's a pretty easy problem to solve because we have across zeros here, right? You just have to add 87 to it, so it's 187 feet. She walks 187 feet in all. Very good. All right, second question. Ooh, I wish I was out on the water. Not gonna lie, I miss boating. We have boat A and boat B. Uh-oh, looks like boat B might be in trouble. It looks like this person might be swimming out to boat A. How far is the man from boat A? Looks like we have a subtraction problem here. We know that boat A is 60 feet away from boat B, but it looks like the man has already swam 18 feet towards boat A. So it wouldn't make any sense to tell this man, oh, you have another 60 feet to swim, right? Because he's already swam 18 feet away from it, right? So we need to figure out how much farther he needs to be swimming, right? All right, so I think we have a subtraction problem, just like our bar model right here shows. So I can recreate that bar model on my piece of paper. And the whole model is filled, right? Because that's our biggest amount that we know is 60 feet, this whole length. So let's call it 60 feet. But we also know that he's already swam 18 feet towards boat A, right? So we can create a smaller bar model below it to show that 18 feet. So we know this much of the model right here for the 60 feet. We have what is missing is an unknown. So that's our big question mark, right? Because we can imagine this is boat B right here. This is boat A. The man is right here, but he needs to get here. So we have this missing amount. So this bar model is looking like a subtraction problem. We have 60. You need to take out this part to figure that part. So go ahead and do the subtraction. We can set it up right beside it. 60 take away 18. More on the floor. Go next door, grab a 10. 10 take away 8. It's 2. 5 take away 1 is 4. Our missing amount right here is 42 feet. That's how much farther that man needs to swim to get to boat A. So the man is 42 feet from boat A. All right. Excellent job. This next question can be a little tricky. This is what we call a two-part question. So let's pay attention to what the book is teaching us, and then we'll do a problem together. And then that's going to wrap up this lesson. So this girl wraps gifts for her friends. She cuts a 47-inch long strip of wrapping paper into 3 pieces. So she's cutting this 47-inch long strip into 3 separate pieces, probably for 3 different presents, right? We know that the first piece is 14 inches long. The second piece is 18 inches long. All right, we got all of our information that we have. Now let's go and see what the questions are. A, and we're only going to focus on A right now. Find the total length of the first and second pieces. All right, well, we have those numbers, right? We know that the first piece is 14 inches, the second piece is 18 inches. So they've made a bar model right here to show it for A, 14 and 18, because we're finding the total of both. It's not a subtraction problem, we're adding them together. 14 plus 18 is 32, so it's 32 inches. The total length of the first and second pieces is 32 inches. That solved our first part of the problem. B, what is the length of the third piece? Now, we don't know that. All we know, and we can look back up at the question, is that all 3 of them should be 47 inches long, because she cuts that 47-inch long strip into 3 pieces. And we know the first 2 pieces, but not the third piece. What we do know is how much that first and second piece are added up to. I think we can use a bar model to help us here. And that's what they did. They took the total length of both of them, of all 3 of them, and they put it here. But we also know that the first and second strip is 32 inches. So we have this missing part right here, which would be our third piece. So they used a subtraction problem. 47, take away those first 2 pieces, so 32 inches, equals your missing piece, which is 15. The length of the third piece is 15 inches. All right, let's get into a problem together. A dressmaker has a piece of red cloth 50 inches long. She cuts 28 inches from the red cloth. Then she sews a piece of yellow cloth that is 43 inches long to the remaining piece of red cloth. What is the total length of cloth now? All right, I just recreated that same bar model, a little bit different, but just a bar model that we can use. That's a little bit easier than doing the dotted lines. So let's fill this in with information that we already know. We know that the total length of that red cloth is 50 inches, right? But what we want to know is that she cuts off 28 inches of the red cloth. So that part's being removed from this 50. And that part right there, that is our 28 inches that we're cutting off. So now it's looking like we have a subtraction problem because we're trying to figure out what this is right here, that question mark. So let's go ahead and do it. Here, I'll put it right here. We have 50, and we're taking away from that 28 inches, right? Remember, 4 on the floor, going next door, grabbing a 10. Leaves 4, 10, take away 8 is 2. 4 take away 2 is 2. So now this question mark, we know what that answer is now. We know that that is 22 inches. That is how much is left. So the length of the cloth she has left is 22 inches. But now we know in this question that she sews a piece of yellow cloth that is 43 inches long to the remaining piece of red cloth, whatever's left. What is the total length of cloth now? All right, now we know that. We can take our 22 inches, right there. We're going to take our 22 inches, and we're going to add in the new piece, which is 43 inches long. So we have our 22 inches here, our 43 here. Now we want to know the total length of that new cloth. And it's another addition problem. So we have addition. 22 plus 43. Got that right there. We'll do it this way this time. We'll add our 1s. We get 5. Add our 10s. We get 6. Our answer is 65 inches. So, looking at the question, the total length of cloth is now 65 inches. All right. So today we solved two-parter questions that may seem a little bit difficult. But if you take the time and you start by doing bar models, you can really see what these problems look like. And that's what our book did to help us. Now, I'm going to be creating another video because we're already at 12 minutes on this one. And I'm going to be just reading these questions out loud for you because these are the questions that you're going to be doing on your own. And your job is going to be to solve these problems by using bar models. Because notice the book doesn't give you bar models to do it now. But use what you know in these problems. Figure out, are they taking away? Are they adding? And create a bar model to help yourselves out. Okay? Feel free to look back at this video if you're struggling at all with any of these. And you can go back and actually look on these pages to see how they did the bar models. All right? You got the second grade.